Hey guys, this is James Erickson,
And I'm his brother Andres.
and today we're going to be talking about what seems to be inevitable, a sequel to Splatoon. So here we are, the end of Splatoon DLC. The game is completed as far as we know, and it's been a crazy ride with this game. It's an awesome new concept that Nintendo has released, and because I think they did a really good job with this game, and the fact that it's a new IP, and it's accumulated a variety of people of all ages, and I think that was a really good thing they did with this game. My first experience with Splatoon, you saw it at E3. You didn't go at E3, obviously, but
No.
you saw it when that E3 of, what year was that, 2014?
The trailer came out during E3 of 2014, and I just remember thinking it wasn't going to be successful at all. I thought it looked really dumb. I thought it was another mistake by Nintendo. I didn't think it was going to be this big, and then, oh, shizzle.
Yeah, I had no clue. The whole year, I didn't even know. I didn't hear about Splatoon until like the 2 weeks before it came out, and the reason I found out about it was because when I went to the eShop menu, the music was different, and I had no clue what the music was. It was the main music for Splatoon.
Yeah.
And
yeah.
I thought, my gosh, this song sounds so stupid. I was like, I wish they would just take it off. And you're like, oh, it's just some game that Nintendo's coming out with.
Yeah. I don't remember when I actually started caring about Splatoon, but I remember kind of being excited about it when it came out, and I remember you got it, and then you loved it, and you said it was really good, so then I was really excited about it, and then I got it, and that's when I really
Oh yeah, because
liked it.
The reason I heard about it was because of the test fire.
Oh
Because
yeah,
the test fire had come out in April, I think. I don't remember.
Yeah, I don't remember.
But it came out, and I thought, I think I'm gonna play this because I have no clue what it is. It looks kind of fun because I realized it was a shooter, and I
There's
was
a lot
like,
of pretty
shooter
colors.
on Nintendo? Like Nintendo made a shooter?
Yeah.
Like I tried it, and I remember, like, I haven't felt that way about a game from Nintendo in a long time, and
Yeah.
I loved it right off the bat.
Yeah.
Like I played a lot of games on the test fire, and I tried out all the weapons, and I thought the motion controls were weird, but I wanted to get better with them, I guess. At first I wasn't excited about that, but then I just got used to it, and obviously now I love them.
I don't think I was a huge fan at first, but eventually they became really easy to use, and I think it was really unique the way they did it, and I think that was part of what made Splatoon so different.
They're
And-
obviously the first shooter game that's used motion controls, not counting PC games, because
Yeah.
they kind of brought the feeling of the PC game with the mouse to like a console game with the motion controls, and I feel like that's more accurate. Do you have a favorite map?
Why, yes, thank you for asking. I always liked Kelp Dome, and then I actually kind of like the museum one.
Overall, that, like with the map and the music and I guess the weapons and stuff, I like. And I saw this in an interview with one of the developers or the main guy, but he really wanted to put like a skateboarding culture type deal with the whole game, and I think that's another reason why I really liked the game, because
Oh, that's interesting.
I don't
can
know,
see
that's
that.
just, yeah, exactly. And obviously there is a skate park, but they
Yeah.
said that they got a lot of their ideas from that culture. I thought that was super cool. Okay, so let's get into Splatoon Sequel, because I think that it really is inevitable. This
yep.
game has done really well. It's sold so many copies, like 1 million around the world really fast, and then they sold 1 million in Japan alone. And what big Nintendo game hasn't had a sequel?
0,
Right.
I think.
I mean, what Nintendo game hasn't
Yeah.
had a sequel?
Even bad Nintendo games get sequels.
I know,
so obviously the good ones are gonna get
Mario
sequels.
Party 9 and 10.
Yeah.
I don't like what they did with that. I'm so annoyed, but we're not talking about that.
I know.
So it's inevitable for Splatoon to make a sequel, and I think it would be kind of cool to, see what we want to change about Splatoon, or what they should keep, and
What they should
new
take
things.
out.
Right, exactly. I mean, Splatoon DLC has just ended, and it was kind of like sad, but good at the same time. Like you can't just keep it going. I mean, they didn't really end with a big bang. I mean, let's talk about some of the things that people thought were gonna be in it, like the Octolings.
Oh yeah, I wonder why they didn't do that.
Yeah, it's strange because I feel like at one point Octolings were like we were so sure that they were gonna be in the game.
Yeah.
And even like Game Explain had said stuff about it. Like they didn't say they were gonna be in it, but they would say stuff like, "Oh yeah, it's like they're probably definitely gonna be in."
Yeah.
And I think a lot of people thought that was gonna happen because the fact of how easy it was to hack the game and become an Octoling. And a lot of people had done that. I think the first person was NW Player 123.
But no surprise, Nintendo disappointed again. Cough, cough, Bayonetta, cough, cough.
Oh my gosh. We won't talk about that. I know a lot of people love Bayonetta, but that wasn't my first choice at all. Anyways, something else about the Octolings is that in the middle of Splatoon being out and doing updates, they updated the Octolings Eyes. At the beginning of the game,
They did?
the Octolings didn't have eyes. So like they had, if you went into the game and you hacked it, and you took the goggles off the Octoling, there was a black strip there. But later
That's
they
creepy.
updated it and they gave the Octoling eyes. So everyone was like, wow, that's confirmation that the Octolings are going to be in Splatoon. And I feel like, yeah, that would be confirmation. Why would you go through the time to put eyes on the Octoling if they weren't going to be in the game at all?
Perhaps they're saving it for Splatoon 2.
Oh, maybe. That would be great. Or maybe when the NX comes out, they'll release Splatoon, the first one, for it.
Oh, yeah.
And there will be a cool update that includes the Octolings.
That's probably what they're going to do, is release it for the NX.
What are some things that you want to change? Like, what
What
do
do I
you
wanna
want
take
them
out,
to
or
take
what do I
out?
wanna add?
Yeah. What do you want to change about it and taking out stuff?
Well, obviously the connection issue.
Yeah. There is a difference between how Nintendo does their connections and like Xbox and PlayStation.
Yeah, obviously Nintendo's isn't as good as theirs, but you also don't have to pay for it. But
Right.
that would be great to see that fixed, though I don't know how it would be.
Paying for like Xbox Live and stuff like that it's not a big deal to me. Because if it's gonna be a better connection, then I'll pay for that. I mean, how much was Xbox Live? We paid Xbox
Depends.
Gold was like $10 per month, wasn't it? $10 per month.
Yeah.
That's not too bad. I mean, I really don't want to have to spend money all year to have that, but I mean, I guess it wouldn't only go to Splatoon. It would be going to like Super Smash Brothers, whatever they come out with in the future, and then other games that use online features.
And actually, now that I think about it, I would rather pay if it meant getting better internet connection.
Oh yeah, my gosh. I mean, I hate going through a game and we're winning and I feel like I'm doing really good, and then the game ends and then you realize they were missing somebody.
Yeah.
That was really annoying.
I also think that like the current form of rank and leveling up could maybe be changed. I don't know how they would change it, but I don't know if I 100% like how they have it right now.
It's got its ups and downs, and there are a lot of people that have different opinions. Like, there are varying opinions about the rank system for Splatoon, and I know, oh my gosh, I know that I've had my bad times, and my times where I just am so angry with the way rank does it. I think I've just come to the realization, and it's taken, because I love Splatoon so much, and I want to continue playing, and I don't want to get mad at it all the time, I have really tried to not care too much about my rank. I care about it, but I don't want to look at it while I'm playing, and that's why I started muting the game when I lose, because I don't want to hear that song that makes you feel like you are the biggest loser on earth.
Is there anything you'd prefer be taken out of the game?
There are weapons I really don't care about, but other people do, like the brushes, the ink
those are cool
brushes.
They're unique.
They are. No, I completely agree. I just could never get a handle on them. Let's talk about what things we'd like to see added into Splatoon.
Well, I feel like one of the more obvious things is multiplayer locally and online with people that are playing on the same console.
That would be awesome. But I know, like, I can see the reason why, because, you know, I think we've seen that the Wii U cannot handle that much stuff going on at once, because...
But it won't be on the Wii U, it'll be on the NX.
Right, and I think at that point, they'll have a lot more options with local multiplayer.
Hopefully.
But you can see, like when you go to Battle Dojo, and you attach the Wii remote to the back of the Pro Controller, the frame rates of the game drop.
Oh yeah.
And it just shows how like you can't even handle one other person playing with motion controls on Splatoon. So I mean, I can see why they kept it to a 1v1 local multiplayer thing. Because I know before the game came out, they had announced that they didn't exactly know what they were gonna do. I mean, they probably did at that point because it was released. It was going to be released soon, but they said they were figuring out how they were gonna do multiplayer, and I was hoping that they would do a good local multiplayer, but I like Battle Dojo. I know a lot of people don't really like it, but I liked it. You know, when my wife and I play, I mean, we enjoy playing together, but we don't actually get to play together. We just play, you know, we take turns, which is okay, but I think if we could play together, that would be great. Because you can play Call of Duty online together, can't you?
Oh, online, yeah.
I haven't played a lot of Call of Duty. Don't get me wrong.
Noob.
I love Call of Duty. But I haven't played enough online Call of Duty. But I'm trying to think. Things that I would like to add. Do you think that they should change how you customize weapons? Like in Splatoon, you have one weapon, and each weapon comes with their preset sub-abilities and specials, and you can't change them. Do you think they should bring customization?
I don't know if I think there's a better way to do it than releasing a new gun with new sub-abilities every single time. I think you should be able to choose the gun and then maybe choose the sub-abilities and then a special.
I mean, that does seem very handy. I think the one reason they did that is because they want every gun to be used, because I could see if they added customization, there would be some guns, or some variation of gun customization, I guess, that would never be used because people would realize, oh, this is better.
That's true.
And this is not good. I'm just not going to use that anymore. But I mean, I could be wrong. I don't know what it's like. I know Call of Duty has a lot of gun customizations, and I don't know. I know I've never customized a gun on Call of Duty, but what has that been like for you?
Well, Call of Duty does...
Do you like it?
Yeah, I'm fine with it. You can create classes is what they do. And I think that would work for Splatoon, now that I think about it. They're just, if they have more options for things. Even in Call of Duty, there's a lot of guns and things that aren't used, just like you said it would be like for Splatoon. But I don't know, I think that's just up to the players, and it's not...
Yeah, that's true.
Whoever creates it's problem.
Yeah, because like with the ink brushes, I never use the ink brushes. I don't like how they feel. I don't like how they play. It was a really cool idea for me. Like when they first came out, like I thought it was awesome.
There's still, I was just gonna say, there's a lot of other people that use them.
Right.
We don't use them.
I've noticed that there are a lot of people that love them, and that's good. Some people, a person like me, isn't gonna use it because I have different preferences. But then there are other people out there who love the ink brushes, and that's cool. Like I'm glad. For me, when it comes to customizations, I could go either way. I like the way they did it. I think they're...
I don't think they have to change it drastically.
Right.
I don't think... I mean, maybe you don't have to choose one by one your sub-abilities and your specials, but they could change maybe a little bit. Like,
yeah, I could go either way. I like the way they did it because I just like the uniqueness of each gun, but at the same time, I feel like they had to release so many weapons because you couldn't customize, so they had to release a lot of stuff.
Yeah, and eventually they all just ran together for me at least, and I stopped paying attention.
Yeah.
Speaking of weapons and secondary weapons and all that stuff, do you have any ideas for any other like secondary weapons or specials they could add to the second game?
The ink
like I saw someone online said this, but I think it'd be a really cool idea if you included vehicles somehow, not like racing, but like I don't know, maybe as a special you could
like
tow over people.
Oh, like a steamroller or something.
I think that would be cool.
But at the same time, that's exactly the same as just the roller. So I wonder if you did that and you like gain speed or something.
Well, my ideas suck, I guess. Maybe not necessarily a steamroller, but I don't know, something else like
adding a vehicle in some way. I mean, actually, a cool idea would be like a helicopter. Like you get into this helicopter and you aim down at people.
Yeah.
So that'd be a cool one. Something that I think would be cool to add would be thinking about how they could add the Octolings in. And there were a lot of things that I was thinking about. Maybe add a new game mode where one side's the Octolings and one side is the Inklings and somehow maybe like capture the flag or like defend like one side, like maybe the Octolings have to defend their base while the Inklings try to get them, or actually vice versa. But it seems like the Inklings are going in and taking out the Octolings, which I mean, I feel like that would be pretty sweet.
Yeah.
Like, I don't think it would be a good idea to mix Octolings with Inklings because there's such different sides. There's like a war going on, so it wouldn't make sense for the Inklings in Octolings.
Yeah.
What did you think about the single player mode? Because I thought that the single player mode was really good. I loved it.
Yeah, I really liked it too. I mean, it got a little repetitive, but I mean, the game was still fairly new when I was playing it, so I still enjoyed it. Yeah. I think it ended too soon, but I thought the boss was really good. Obviously, the last boss was really cool.
Yeah, the last boss was great.
Yeah. I know, I think they could expand the story mode a lot in a second game and like make the story more involving instead of just two random agents who would randomly say things and then an old guy.
An old geezer.
Yeah.
Man, the final boss was awesome because I think that Nintendo hasn't done that in a long time.
Yeah.
Like they're just
like make a challenge with the boss.
Exactly. Because you had to do a lot of things at the same time.
Yeah.
You had to watch out for the killer whales. You had to watch out for the fists that were coming out at you. You had to paint over the enemies that were coming at you. And the place was continually getting smaller.
And the music was really intense. So you couldn't think.
The music was great. The music's another thing I love about Splatoon.
Yeah.
And I hope that in Splatoon 2 they
keep up the same thing.
Yeah, right, exactly. I hope they can do the same or better, because I know it's sequels, like you can either go creatively because you love the game, or, and I don't think this will happen with Splatoon, but a lot of people go the other way and they just want money, and so they try too hard, and then you're just like, you're left with a piece of poop.
Like Mario Party 9 and 10. Once again.
Exactly. Obviously, new weapons, I think, will be a big thing. I can't really think of what new types of weapons. I'm sure there'll be new classes.
Yeah.
I wonder if they'll go as far as to make, like, I mean, you're kind of familiar with Team Fortress 2, the engineer.
Yeah.
He makes his own sentry guns and sets up a place where you can get healed, and he sets up spawn points, which I don't think would be necessary because you have the squid jump. But that would be really interesting to see in there. And someone like the Spy, I mean, I'm not, like, from Team Fortress 2, I'm not sure how they would do that, though.
Do you have any ideas of different modes they could add?
I wonder if they have thought about, like, more than 4-on-4.
Actually, I think it would be cool if they added, like, maybe 6-on-6, or even 3 teams against each other, maybe 4 teams, maybe not 6 people on each team, but I don't know, I think it would be cool if it would be like 3 different colors fighting to like gain control of the turf. I think that'd be pretty cool.
Actually, I didn't think about that.
Or maybe not change Splatoon completely, but
actually that I didn't think about that. I wonder if that would take away from the experience of Splatoon, because Splatoon is a fast-paced, short game, I guess you would say, and it's a 4-on-4, so
that's why
it kind of has a unique feeling to it.
Yeah, well, that's why I think you should maybe they could add a different mode that has that many people in it and not change the game itself.
Well, I guess, one other thing we could briefly talk about is what ideas do you have for the name? Do you have any ideas for the name of Splatoon? I know, I mean, there have been some things on the internet like Splatoon 2 Invasion or something like that, or
I have Splatoon with a 2. Ha!
I've seen that one many times.
Dang it.
You're not the first.
I know. I have Judd's Bloodthirsty Revenge.
That's a good one.
But I don't have any real ones.
They could change the game entirely and just everybody's against Judd.
I would love that.
Because he hates his job so much that he just goes on a rampage.
Anyway, so that about wraps it up. Obviously, we know that this game isn't coming out anytime soon, but it's never too early to start talking about it, because we all know it's going to happen eventually.
If you enjoyed this video, give us a thumbs up below and subscribe to this channel. Also, we are on Twitch, but our internet is not really up to speed at the moment. We're going to get that fixed really soon, so when that happens, we will be streaming on Twitch. We want to play together with you guys. We'll be playing some Super Smash Brothers, some Splatoon. It would be awesome if we could see you guys out there. Also, let us know in the comments what you think the sequel to Splatoon will be like. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you later.